Did you know the average person wastes about 2 hours daily? That's time spent scrolling, procrastinating, or feeling unproductive. What if we could reclaim those hours for things that actually matter? In this video, I'm sharing 7 time management techniques that have made a huge difference in my life. These are practical strategies you can start using today to take control of your time. Stick around until the end, because the last technique is a game changer that transformed my day. Before we dive into solutions, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. Time management can be tough. One of the biggest hurdles is procrastination. That little voice inside our heads whispers, just 5 more minutes on Instagram, and hours slip away. Then there's the constant influx of distractions, notifications, emails, and the allure of multitasking. We live in a world constantly vying for our attention, making it harder to stay focused. But even when we carve out focused time, it's easy to overcommit. The good news is, these are common struggles, and there are proven strategies to overcome them. So, if you're ready to ditch the overwhelm, let's dive into the 7 time management techniques that can make all the difference. The first technique, and perhaps the most fundamental, is planning. Planning is the cornerstone of productivity and success. It sets the stage for everything else you do. Planning isn't about dictating your every move. It's about creating a roadmap that guides you towards your goals. Think of it as a flexible framework that helps you navigate through your day, week, or even your entire year. Start by identifying your top priorities. These are the things that matter most to you, the goals that will have the biggest impact on your life. What are the most important things you want to achieve? Take some time to reflect on your long-term and short-term goals. Write them down and keep them visible. Break down those larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes them less overwhelming and more achievable. Each small task is a step towards your larger goal. This is where a simple to-do list can be incredibly helpful. A to-do list helps you keep track of what needs to be done and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off each item. I prefer a physical notebook, but there are countless apps and digital tools out there. Whether you like the tactile feel of pen and paper or the convenience of digital tools, there's something for everyone. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick with it. Consistency is crucial. The more you use your chosen system, the more effective it will become. When creating your to-do list, be specific and realistic. Vague tasks can be confusing and hard to tackle. Specific tasks are clear and actionable. Instead of writing down work on project, break it into smaller steps like research competitors or draft an outline. This makes it easier to start and complete each task. And here's a bonus tip. Schedule time for your tasks. Don't just list them. Allocate specific time slots for each one. Block out time in your calendar, just like you would for an important meeting. This ensures that you have dedicated time to focus on your tasks without distractions. By planning and scheduling, you take control of your time and set yourself up for success. Now that we've covered planning, let's talk about a powerful technique: time blocking. This is one of my favorite productivity hacks. The concept is simple. Divide your day into blocks of time and assign specific tasks to each block. For example, I block out mornings for focused work and afternoons for meetings and emails. The beauty of time blocking is that it eliminates decision fatigue. To get started, identify your peak productivity times. Block out those times for your most important tasks. Then schedule breaks, meals, and activities that help you recharge. Time blocking isn't about cramming as much as possible into your day. It's about creating a sustainable rhythm. The art of saying no. Protect your time and energy. In today's fast-paced world, our time and energy are our most valuable resources. Yet, we often find ourselves stretched thin, trying to meet the demands and expectations of others. Learning to politely decline requests that don't align with your priorities is crucial. It's not about being rude or unkind. It's about recognizing your limits and protecting your well-being. We often feel obligated to say yes to everything: social invitations, work projects, favors. This can lead to burnout and stress, leaving us with little time for ourselves and the things that truly matter. But every time we say yes to something, we're saying no to something else. It's a trade-off, and it's important to be mindful of what we're sacrificing. So how do you get better at saying no? It starts with understanding your own priorities and values. What are the things that are most important to you? What are your non-negotiables? First, remember that it's okay to have boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining a healthy balance in life. They help you protect your time and energy from being drained by unnecessary commitments. You're not obligated to explain yourself or provide elaborate excuses. A simple, clear, and polite response is often all that's needed. A simple "thank you, but I'm not able to commit to that right now" is often enough. This shows respect for the other person's request while also honoring your own needs. If you're struggling to decline a request directly, try offering an alternative solution. This can help ease the discomfort of saying no and shows that you're still willing to help in a different way. For example, "I'm not available on that date, but I'd love to get together another time." This keeps the door open for future opportunities without overcommitting yourself. The more you practice saying no, the easier it becomes. Over time, you'll find that you're more in control of your schedule and your life, leading to greater satisfaction and well-being. The 2-minute rule: conquering procrastination one tiny task at a time. Let's face it, procrastination is a universal struggle. It's something that affects everyone, from students to professionals, and even stay-at-home parents. The feeling of being overwhelmed by a mountain of tasks can be paralyzing. We've all been tempted to put off tasks that feel daunting or unpleasant. Whether it's a work assignment, a household chore, or even a simple errand, the urge to delay can be strong. That's where the 2-minute rule comes in. This simple yet powerful technique can help you break the cycle of procrastination. The essence of the 2-minute rule is to break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. By doing so, you make the tasks less intimidating and more approachable. The rule is simple: if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right now. This could be something as small as replying to an email, washing a few dishes, or putting away a piece of clothing. These small actions might seem insignificant on their own, but they add up over time. By taking care of these quick tasks immediately, you prevent them from accumulating and becoming overwhelming. These tiny tasks might seem insignificant, but they have a snowball effect. Each small task you complete gives you a sense of accomplishment and builds momentum for tackling larger tasks. By tackling these small wins throughout the day, you build momentum and create a sense of accomplishment. This momentum can carry you through more significant tasks, making them feel less daunting. Plus, it prevents those small tasks from piling up and becoming a source of stress later on. An empty inbox, a clean kitchen, and an organized workspace can do wonders for your mental clarity and overall well-being. So the next time you're tempted to procrastinate, remember the 2-minute rule. It's a simple yet effective way to conquer procrastination, one tiny task at a time. By incorporating this rule into your daily routine, you'll find yourself more productive, less stressed, and more in control of your time. Batching, the secret to streamlined productivity. Have you noticed how much time it takes to switch between different tasks? Our brains aren't wired for constant multitasking. That's where batching comes in. This technique involves grouping similar tasks together and tackling them in dedicated blocks of time. For example, instead of checking email sporadically, dedicate specific times to process your inbox. By batching similar activities, you minimize context switching and allow your brain to get into a flow state. To implement batching, start by identifying tasks that can be grouped together. Once you have a list, schedule dedicated time blocks in your calendar to work on them. Single tasking, the counterintuitive path to productivity. Now for the game changer, single tasking. In a world obsessed with multitasking, focusing on one thing at a time might seem counterintuitive, but when you give your undivided attention to a single task, you'll be amazed at how much more effectively you work. I used to multitask constantly and felt scattered and unproductive. When I started single tasking, I completed tasks more quickly and with greater accuracy. The key is to eliminate distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode, close unnecessary tabs, and let others know you're focusing. With practice, single tasking becomes a superpower, allowing you to achieve more in less time. Take control of your time and transform your life. So there you have it. 7 time management techniques to reclaim your hours and boost your productivity. Start by experimenting with 1 or 2 techniques that feel most aligned with your current needs. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite time management strategies? Share your tips in the comments. And if you're ready to take your productivity to the next level, check out my next video on topic of next video. Until then, stay focused and keep creating.